Hey, it's Deborah from Create with Compassion. I am Fun Stamper's Journey Coach Leader number 9395, and I am here today to create another March 2018 A Great Adventure Bloombox card with you today. I just love the exclusive stamp sets, the awesome directions, the basically class that you get to take, and also therapy for me, creating therapy, because all the design work is done for you. You can just sit down and create and have fun. And I love being able to play with some embellishments or embossing folder results or die cuts or whatever that I may not have already, as well as learn some new techniques. So the card that we're going to create today is here's all four of them. And the card we're going to create is this one here, Go Wild. And the directions do also include the dimensions of the cardstock. So if you want to create more of this card, you are able to do that. So we're going to use quite a few stamps from the Great Adventure stamp set. Like I said, is exclusive to the Bloom Box. You can purchase the Bloom Box as a subscriber, and that is a 6-month commitment, which you get Bloom Boxes every month for $24.95 plus shipping and tax, or you can purchase it during the month while supplies last for $29.95. Every order from me does receive a token of appreciation and a thank you card, but if you're a subscriber, you will get the catalogs for free, as well as an ink pad of your choice for free. So I'm just kind of getting all my pieces here together, and I've got this turbo teal piece of cardstock, and we're going to use some whipped cream True Color Fusion ink. Now this is a pigment ink, so it takes a little bit of time to dry. So we're going to do that first. We're going to do some random stamping with the little stars and the single star. Now this is a little bit different from the other inks. That's why it's got that little Journey Bloom there listed, so that you'll realize it's a little bit different. So we're just gonna do some random stamping real quick. There we go, and then gonna kind of come in and fill in some areas with this big star. It's alright if you overlap some. And I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Well, since I already inked it up, let's do, well, one more. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to set this off to the side to dry, which the whipped cream ink does take a little bit of time to dry, but it's not too terribly long. So the next thing that we need to do, I'm going to try to follow the directions, but I might, put my own touch to it a little bit. We have the mountain stamp and the tree stamp, and we're going to need the little slice of wood stamp and some black licorice ink, and we've got some pieces. Let's see, this is Sweet Pear and Cool Pool, and this is Kiwi Slice. So we're going to do some stamping onto that. The mountain will go onto the Cool Pool with black licorice True Color Fusion ink. If you're not familiar with the Fun Stamper's Journey ink, it is a hybrid ink or a fusion ink of pigment and dye. And let's bring in this little slice of wood here, and that's going to go on the Sweet Pear piece. And then the tree with black licorice will go on the Kiwi Slice cardstock. I love Bloom Boxes. I also find that, some color combinations that I wouldn't have thought of before, I get to play with, and really gets me creating outside my little comfort zone. So we're also going to stamp Go Wild on this circle. Now this circle was done with the 1.5-inch circle punch cartridge, and you can, if you have that, you can stamp this on white or whipped cream cardstock, and then slide it into the punch and see where you're punching so you can punch that out really well. But I think I can line this up pretty good. And look at that, I sure did. Pretty good job there. These stamps are so well indexed that it's pretty easy to get things lined up. So I believe that's all our stamping. So I'm just going to bring in some scissors. These are the Pro shears. I'm just going to trim real quick around some of these images. Okay, so we've got all of those items cut out and we are ready to assemble the card. So they recommend folding our card base, which is whipped cream, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, folded in half to create a standard size card base. That is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we have this beautiful kiwi slice embossed background. Let's see, this is the corrugated board embossing folder. I hope you can see that texture. I love that. That's beautiful. Alright, so we're going to adhere that to our card base. Now they pop it up, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my Easy Glide tape runner here. I tried to keep my what do you call it, height of my cards not too high if I'm going to mail it. So, but if you're not worried about extra postage and stuff like that, or if you're giving it, hand giving it to go up on those layers. Oh, it adds a lot of dimension and beauty to it. All right, let's keep going. We need this little pop-up, this rich coral pennant here that was done with a die cut, and it says about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of this panel here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on. It looks like it's, you know, mostly dry. There's just a couple little areas that might not be wet, might not be dry. So I'm just going to real careful like add my adhesive to the back of that. And we will get this, looks to be centered about like so. Get that pressed down. Alright, in fact I'll just kind of smooth it down like that. So let's see, we're going to put our little piece of wood on here, and that's going to go up there. I think I'm not pressing it too hard so that if I need to reposition it I can. And let's put our mountain on, and some of my mountain is going to be hanging off, and I'll support that with a journey square, so that kind of comes down about like that, I think. And then our tree, kind of like that. And this is one thing that I'm never really been good at is creating clusters. So this is kind of fun for me and kind of helps me learn a little bit better how to create a cluster, which that piece of wood is reminding me a little bit like a sunrise. Alright, and we've got the Go Wild, which I'm going to go ahead and put a journey foam square on that. It has some nice give to it, so I don't think it'll impact anything too much. There we go. That's looking good. Alright. I think I want to move my mountains just a little bit. Want a little bit more of that orange kind of visible, I think. Yep, about like that. So what I'm going to do is flip this over. I'm going to put a small journey square there and a small one over there to give that some support, and then put one there, and I think I'll actually use these smaller ones for down here at the edges of the triangle. There we go, that's probably good. I'm not going to put those on yet. I'm going to adhere this beautiful, oh, what is it? Beautiful Simply Gold Journey tape, and that's one side of it is torn, so we'll get that torn. Ooh, that's okay. I really tore that. That's quite all right. Let's see, is that? I think I want it actually torn a little bit more. So I'm just going to work on this till I get it the way I want. It's got this beautiful gold metallic on it. See, can you see there? So that makes it a little bit more challenging to tear. So I'm just going to use my scissors to clip that part off. Alright, and it's just going to kind of go down here. And I just realized a mistake. They have, not that they made a mistake, no. Me and my excitement, I'm just going to move this down a little bit more. They have the some staples up there, so I'm going to see if I can peel this off ever so carefully, which is one good reason of not putting a whole lot of tape on there. Let's see, and use some of these Journey gold brushed staples here on each side, and then just adhere that back down. There. See, I don't know if you can see that added dimension. Okay, there. And then we're going to go ahead and peel everything off the back of this and adhere that there. And then got the gold silk. I'm going to shake that up well. It's got some shimmer and shine down here at the bottom. I want to make sure all of that is shaken up. You can hear a little metal ball in there going around. And we are going to flick this on our card, just all around. And when you're doing this, when you pull your brush out, you don't want to wipe it on the edges. You want this nice and juicy, and you can just flick it, and that looks so pretty and sparkly. See some of that shine, some of that shimmer. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is bring in these 3 little party burst dots, and I'm going to use my bloom tool to help me. So I'm going to just slide this underneath and get it on here. Let's see, they have one over here, and it kind of just goes so nicely on that turbo teal color. It's a little different, though. I think it's a cool pool color. And then we're gonna put a couple over here, about like there, and the last one. There we go. This is such a fun card, so easy and quick. Go wild. Go wild. I love it. Alright, I'm just having so much fun with this Bloom Box, the Great Adventure stamp set. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I love that Follow Your Heart. We're going to create a card with that sentiment very soon. So Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning more about Fun Stampers' journey or their balloon box kits, please don't hesitate to contact me, Deborah at createwithcompassion.com, or you can go shopping at www.funstampersjourney.com/create with compassion. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.